So today we're going to start the cross applications.
I think anyone is recording the session?
Yeah. Ram is recording.
Yeah.
Right. So cross applications. What is the meaning of cross applications? Is interacting from SAP system to non-SAP system and from non-SAP system to SAP system, vice versa. It's called cross applications. There are types of cross applications like ALE, application linking enable, and BAPI, business application program interface. Okay, so and we have the middlewares also along with this. That means middleware means not ABAP, so it's like there are separate team actually. These are nothing but process integrations, and EDI means electronic data interchange. These are middlewares to interact with the third party tools. No. So let us discuss these two. What is ALE and BAPI. So coming to ALE, suppose it is nothing but ALE is basically meant for SAP system to SAP system only. Not SAP system to non-SAP system. Okay. Now, basically what we have in this is we need to discuss with about how they are connected to how the SAP systems are connected actually, how we can access the data or transfer the data from one system to another system. So we are talking SAP system to SAP system means they should be in the same server, right? So like for example, we want to transfer a data which is there in one warehouse to another warehouse, but both are in the same server and the same SAP system. Okay, so how we can do that? How we can access the data? Suppose one is in Hyderabad and one is in Bangalore. Can we access the data like that? That means we need to go and check and come back every time? Can't we access from here? So generally, can we access the system from one? Using TeamViewer, we'll access the data, right? Okay, so we'll access the data from through TeamViewer. That means we can see the screen. So in the same way, how we can access in the SAP system? So suppose we have two clients. One is 800, another one is what? 810 client. Suppose. So two clients. I want to access the data mutually. So what happens here is, first what I need to do in order to connect these two systems, I need to establish RFC, that is remote function call. So I need to establish a remote function call. So then in order to transfer the data, so once a remote function call is established, we can transfer the data from one SAP system. And to transfer, we need to use, what we need to use? We want to transfer the data? Idoc. So Idoc means intermediate document. Okay, so these two are need to be there in order to establish the connection between the two systems. So Idoc is also within SAP systems. So if you want to connect the data, so if you want to transfer the data to a third party, how the structure will be is, so first from the internet client you transfer the data to Idoc, and from the Idoc if you want to transfer to the middleware, so we can transfer through EDI or PI, and then again here it is collected by Idoc system and then to the client. So this is third party system. Is that clear? But this is same server. If they both are in the same server, we can do with the Idoc. Simple. I mean, I'll give one example. Idoc is nothing but a postman. Okay. Idoc is nothing but a postman taking the data. If it is a local, he himself will transfer the data to that particular area. If it is a international, that means third party. It is not in the India. So then he cannot go beyond one point. So then he need to take the international courier service. Then from there it will go to the local post office. Then to the person. Do you understand the process? Same thing. Okay. So that is the difference between the SAP system to SAP system and SAP system to non-SAP system. Now, so let us see practically how this connection is established, how we can establish a remote function call, and how we can transfer the data from one. So we have a standard. Suppose, now tell me one question. When we are transferring the data from 800 to 810 client, okay, how the system knows this data is a material data, this data is a customer data, this data is a vendor data? How the 810 client knows? How we can give the information? Hmm? Hmm? Anyone? No? Don't know? So I'll give an example. If suppose you are sending a courier to international, or suppose we are traveling to international, right? And on the belt, after we are getting down on the belt, they will send the luggage, right? So how we can identify our luggage? We'll send some, we'll attach some message for that, right? Stating that like this is belongs to this. Okay. So with that message we will identify this is belongs to us or something like that. In the same way, when we are transferring the Idoc from SAP, from 800 client to 810 client, what we need to do is we need to give the message type. So we have a standard message types for each and every master data. So like suppose message types, for material we have matmas, and vendor we have cremas, and the customer we have debmas. So any sort of customer you pass, so you need to give a message type as debmas, and for that another one is cremas and then matmas. This is the way how we do it. Is that clear till now?
But Karthik, this name is same in 810 also, right?
Yes. This is the total SAP system name. Standard name.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let us how practically we can do this. So this is 800 client which I logged in. Okay. Now in the 800 client, if I want to establish a connection, there is some process. What is the process is, first you need to go to a transaction code called sale. Okay. Go to transaction code sale, and here first let us check the basic settings. Go to basic settings and logical systems. See, 800 client means we don't directly say 800. Connect to 800, 8 or 810. Based on that, we need to take the logical system name of the 800 client. Logical system name of the 810 client. So, logical systems need to be connected, not client numbers. Okay. So, here logical systems, if you want to define, we can define, or already existing ones are there, so just assign. So let us see. I think we cannot change because it's a remote server access, right? But I'll show you how to create and all. Now see this, for 800 client, when you double click on this, there is already existing, what is that logical system name is there. So we need to use this name. Okay, we can also give our own name, but but here in the SAP system, that means as it is a remote access, it's not our access, we cannot give the name. So let us see anyways. I'll show you how to give the name. And 810 client is receiver. So this is for 800 client and 810 client. Okay, let us change and put it back. That's better. Sorry. Okay. Let us see how to define it. So click on this, click on the define. Now here, what you need to say, new entry. Okay, so go to new entry, and for logical system name, what is the logical system name? Say suppose send for client 800. Suppose we are giving, and it should be in capital letters. Okay, with rec I am giving client 810, and I am saving the data. Okay, so once I save it, what I need to do, just go back, then go back here and assign to the particular clients. So double click on the client number, just remove this, make sure that just remember me guys, I mean I need to put it back, so for your understanding I'm just removing and giving the new ones. Save it, and go back 810 client REC. So now I have changed this to next step. What I need to do? Next communication. So that means I need to give an RFC connection between them, two clients. So create an RFC connection. Okay. Now in the web connections, go to create. So for 800 client, who is the destination?
810.
810. So the destination name is what? Logical system name? Vector. Okay. So it is a connection from 800 client to 810 client. And here we need to give the target host name. So what is the target host is? Can you see here name at the right corner or IP address? Anything is fine. So I'm giving a host name Visu Info EHP6. This is the host name and system number is 66. Okay. Now go to log on and security. Now here language is EN and I'm connecting to which client? 810. So 810 password we need to enter and save it. Saved. Now if you first check the first test it, what we need to test? Authorization test, whether the logins are correct or wrong in prefix method of display. Exit. Okay, connection is fine. Unicode testing. It's fine. Now connection test. That is also fine. So if the connection test is fine, can you see this button? Remote logger. If I click it, here observe it down. What is the client number now? It is showing. It's showing 800, right? Now if I press this, it will go to 810 client. That means it has been connected. Is that clear? So there are shortcut transaction codes also. So you don't need to go to SC, what you call every time is a sale and transaction. So for assigning of clients logical system, we need to use the T code is SCC1, SCC4 I think. SCC4, sorry. Okay. Now for creating RFC connection, the T code is SM59. This is the way a connection comes. Now, so again what we need to do from 810 client, so we are in 810 now. What we need to do? Click on it, create again. So who is the destination now? Send is the destination. It's a connection from 810 client to 800 client. So target name is host is same name.
What is system number, Rafi?
System member is my access the properties. So this is
Okay.
go to this test and authorization test. So connection test is also fine. Now what I need to do, just remote log on, it will go to 800 client. Can you see now? So that means from the both sides connection we established properly. Okay, so if the connection is established properly, then what we need to do? RFC connection has been established. This is called remote function call. So we can access the data easily from one system to another system. But so when you want to transfer the data from one system to another system, what all required is, in the each system we require ports first. Okay, so what we required? We required a ports. So let us see. The transaction code for port creation is W21. Okay. Now in the 800 client, what we want to say, W21 transactional RFC is our create, generate port number, dynamically it generates. So this is our port number, and this is for client 800, and who is the destination? REC. Save it. Okay, next what we need to have, log on into 810 client. And in the same way go to W21. So this one is description is client 810.1, RFC destination is send. Okay, now so both are ready. So ports are ready. Now what I need to do, in the 800 client we need to go to sale once. So next we need to do the distribution model actually. So what is the distribution model? It is nothing but this one, maintaining the distribution model and distribution views. Main is nothing but application link is doing. We are enabling the application link over there. Okay, so the transaction code for maintaining the distribution model, we have a separate transaction code also. BD64. Okay, now so click on this maintain and this one. We need to create a inbound and outbound parameters. Okay, so here what we need to do, change mode, open into the change mode. So create a model view. So we need to create a model view of our own. So short description you can say technical name, say mat or zmat, something like that. Okay, zmat is which we created now. So can you see here, this is our model view. Okay, save this. So now what we need to do, we need to add a message type for this. Message type means whether what data we are creating an Idoc, master Idoc here. So what message type, whether we are transferring the material or master, customer or these things, we need to give it here. So sender, who is sender here? Receiver is REC. So I am sending mat mass is the message type. I am sending the material. So save this. Now, so what I need to do after this is, we need to generate the partner profiles. So environment, generate the partner profile. So here, model view is this one, partner. Who is the partner? For 800 client, receiver is the partner system. Now executed outbound parameter should be created. Yes, fine. The same way from, so go back and transport this distribution model to distributor to the 810 client. So model view has been created where in 810 client. 810 client, if you check it, go and 810 check what's the transaction code I said, BD64, or you can go through sale also. So can you see, yeah, this is our model view. It has come into the 810 client also now. So if you don't do distribute, you don't get it here. Okay. So now in the same process, what we need to do here, no need of adding anything because we already got mat mass and all. So we need to generate the partner profiles. So who is here? Sender is this one. So here inbound parameters will be created. Can you see that? Okay. So there outbound and here inbound. Go back. So now connection has been established properly. Application link enable is there. So now next what we need to do? So we are ready with IFC and we are ready with Idoc. So what we need to do? Hmm? Anyone?
Now we have to transfer the data, sir.
Transfer the data. Okay. So transfer the material data now, right? And we have given mat mass. So how to create a material? The transaction code for creating a material is MM01. Suppose 128 is the material. I think it's not there. Let us see. Go to basic data. Already maintained. Say 140 is the material. It is not there. Name, something like that. and save. So 100, 140 is the material which I am creating. Make sure that it is not there in Asian client. So no table entries. That means 100, 140 is not there. Okay. So what we need to do? Once all the process is done, then it will come and sit in the 8 client Mara table. So let us see. Now after getting this BD, after creating the material, the next step what we need to do is to transfer the material from one logical system to another logical system. G code is BD10. Okay, so BD10 is the transaction code for sending the material. So go to in the 800 client BD10. Okay, so what is the material? 100 to 140. So who is the logical system? REC, and execute. So one master Idoc will be created. See this. So Idoc for material 140 is just been created. So one master Idoc set up for message type matmas and one communication Idoc generated for matmas. So that means it has been sit in the Idoc. So it is an automatic generated system. So Idoc number will be generated. So now from this side, so in order to check the status of the Idoc, whether it is transferred or not, the T code is WE05. So go to WE05 and here if I execute it, you can see the time today's date what Idoc is transferred. This is the 16 digit automatically generated Idoc name and the status is 3. 3 means data passed to port. That is the port numbers we created, right? So it has been passed to that port. So it is successful. Okay. If any Idoc issue comes, we need to come and check here what is the status. Understood or not? No. Okay. Now from 800 client this is successful. Let us check in the 810 client. Where I need to check? In the W05 whether it has been received or not. It has been not received. There is an error. So what is the status records talks about? So there is a 51 means application document not posted. So there is a problem actually. So let us see what is the problem. Expand this problem. This function and module has explains the problem. Now here it has given the procedure. Please check the process code in the inbound partner profile. So check the partner profile inbound. So it is in LS, partner logical system LS, right? And what is that? We have REC, sender, send. So now click on the matmas and what is the process code name it is there when we are sending? AFSA. So SAP when they are testing they left as AFSA, but for material actually it should be MATM. That is a predefined process code. Okay, now save this. save this, not in, yeah, save this and go back. Okay, now again transfer the data from which client? 800 client. Again we need to go to BD10 140 REC execute. One master Idoc, one communication Idoc. Then what we need to do? So from here it is no problem. So only thing is we need to check in here W05 and execute it. Yes, this time it is successful. Second one. Okay, let us check in SC11 Mara table whether this particular material came in or not. Yes. Is that clear now? Everyone? Suman sir? Yeah. Anusha? Shamali? Ram?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we can also create a custom Idoc. So how we can create a custom Idoc is the transaction for creating the custom Idoc, the prerequisite is we need to create a segment. Okay. So for creating the custom Idoc, the prerequisite is for not only custom Idoc, standard Idoc also. So MACMAS consists of by default with segments. So that's why it is accepting. But generally, if you need to create your custom Idoc, so first we need to create what? Segments. And in the segments, fields will be there. What fields you wanted in that. Okay. So let us see. For creating segment, the transaction code is WE30, I think. Yeah. Let us see. This is 810 client. Close this. So WE30 and object name is, so sorry, W31 actually. So this is for creating a segments. Suppose I am creating a material segment. So that material. So create. So material data. So field names you can take MATNR, data element, and what else? Name of the person who created. So year num. So these two fields I want to transfer. Okay, now save this. So we need to save it in some package, otherwise it won't satisfy. So just some package name which I created earlier. Right. There is no entry. Oh, sorry, I'm creating an 8 now. Okay. Now save this. Now it is saved. Now just go back. So what we need to do is we need to release the segment, otherwise we cannot add it in the Idoc. So how to release? Go to, edit, set release. So you'll get some release number. See this. That release number we need to give you when we are giving the message type. Can you see that 731 is the release number? We got it. Now go to WE30 transaction code for creating the Idoc. So say Z8 Idoc name I'm giving this and create. So when you create, description is material Idoc, something like that, and ticket. So Idoc is created. So in the Idocs what will be there? I said segments. In the segments fields are there already. So how to create a Idoc? So how to create a segment? How to add segment in the Idoc is click on the Idocs and just say create. So it is asking for segment type, that is the matter I have given. So maximum 100 fields something 100 I have given. So and just tick it. So can you see in that particular Idoc this one is added. And now what else we need to give for this Idoc? In order to use this custom Idoc, what else we need to use? We need to give an Idoc. For an Idoc, what we need to give? A message type. So for creating the message type and creating the segment is creating Idoc is and next step creating the message type. We can also create custom message type WE81. So if you go to WE81, so this is for creating the message type. So new entries. So give a message type, say Z something like that, material. So this is the what message type I have given. Now to assign this particular message type to, we need to assign, right? Once we create is not enough. Assigning message type to Idoc. The T code is WE82. So go to WE82 and here we need to assign it. So new entry. So ZMAT is the message type. Basic type of Idoc is ZIDOC. Extension release number is 731. That's it. ZIDOC not found. What is the name we have here? Idoc only, right? Oh, sorry. We need to release it. Without release we cannot add it. So let us see. Create again. Material Idoc. And in this create the segment. And just save this. So once you save it in the package. Now just what we need to do is go back and edit set release. We need to release this one also. Already released. Now here if you are adding where in W82, now it is saved. So for this particular Idoc, the message type is ZMAT. Understood, everyone? Is it okay?
Yes, sir, it is okay.
Yeah. So this is how we can create an Idoc, or we can create a custom Idoc, and now we can assign application link enabling process, everything. This is. In the tomorrow's class, we'll take BAPI. I'll explain about BAPI with standard classes. Okay.
Karthik, you have created the
Yeah.
you have created the segment in 800, right? So we need to create only from client means 800 only, right?
Yes, obviously. This is not transfer. So we are creating an IDOC.
Okay.
We can set again separately. Separate IDOC, separate client number.
Okay.
Right. Separate segment, yes.
Right.
Most probably this weekend we will have a class so that we can put the enhancements. Okay? So that we can planning to close this by weekend, by this weekend.
Okay. So Karthik, you are going to share the video or someone else?
Ram, what is that user ID password?
I will mail you, sir. I will mail everyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Thanks, Karthik. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Bye.